There's a hope that's waiting for you in the dark. You should know you're beautiful just the way you are. You don't have to change a thing, the world can change its heart. No scars to you're beautiful, we're stars and we're beautiful.
Hey y'all, did you like my failed April Fool's prank? Because guess what? This video isn't up at 10 a.m. either. I'm not very good at this, but I want to welcome you back to Grace and Grit. And if you haven't been here before, this is a space where we just keep it real. We talk about the real stuff, the good stuff, the messy stuff, and everything in between. No pretending, no perfect answers, just honest conversation about what it looks like to live life and to show up and to grow what we go through and find a little bit of grace in the middle of it all. Because life doesn't always come polished. Sometimes it comes heavy. Sometimes it's just downright confusing. And sometimes it's just doing what it does best. No matter what season you're in, we're going to talk about it. So whether you're listening on a good day or one of those nothing is going right kind of days, you're in the right place. So grab your coffee and let's talk. All right, let's just go ahead and be honest for a second. Like, life be laughing. For real. You ever wake up in a good mood? You got a plan? You got energy for what feels like the first time in like months? You're like, today is gonna be a good day. You're motivated. You're focused. You might even have your coffee sitting in the nice, silent, just let me wake up in the way I dreamed of moment that morning. And then, about 10:30, maybe even earlier, everything is just off. Something didn't go how you planned. Something took longer than you expected. Or something just irritated you. And it might have been small, but now it's stuck in your head and it's shifted your whole mood. And it may not even be anything big. That's the crazy part. Nothing major is wrong, but now everything just feels off. And you're sitting there like, what is going on today? That's exactly what I mean by life be laughing. Because it's not always huge, dramatic moments. Sometimes it's just the little stuff. I mean, we've heard it, right? The small things matter. It's the small things that count. Well, that's true in a lot of areas. Little inconveniences, little interruptions, little things that just keep stacking up. You're running late for no reason other than we're just running late. We thought we had more time, but we didn't. Or you drop something. You pick it up. You drop something else. Well, now we're annoyed because what is going on today? You tried to be productive, but nothing is cooperating. And it's like, why is everything slightly difficult right now? And if we're being real, those are the moments that get to us. Not the big things. It's the little ones. Because they build. One thing turns into two things turn into 5, and now you're overwhelmed with stuff that individually wasn't even that serious. And now your whole day feels off. And as you could guess, here's the part that nobody talks about. Sometimes we let those little moments control everything. Our mood shifts, our energy drops, our patience disappears. And now we're snapping at people. We're frustrated. We're irritated. And if somebody asks what's wrong, we don't even really have an answer. We're just like, I don't know. But today just ain't it. And honestly, we all have those days. Days where nothing is technically wrong, but everything feels wrong. And I think we put pressure on ourselves to always be on, always being productive, always be positive, always handling everything perfectly. And life is like, yeah, no, that ain't happening. Because real life, it's unpredictable. It's messy. And it doesn't always follow a plan. And sometimes it's just doing the most. But here's the part that I've been learning. We can't control everything that happens, but we can control how much power we give to it. Because not everything deserves your whole mood. Not everything deserves your whole day. And I know that's way easier said than done, because in that moment, it feels big. Like if I drop my coffee cup and spill my coffee for the third time today, I want to be done. It's frustrating, and it feels like everything is going wrong. But if we step back for a second, most of the time, it's not our whole life. It's just a few minutes. A couple minutes that got our attention, and we let it take over. And oh, believe me, I've had to catch myself in those moments plenty of times. And I'm like, hold on. Why am I letting this little moment ruin my entire mood? Why am I carrying this around for hours, letting it affect everything else? Sometimes we just need to reset. Not fix everything, not figure everything out. Just reset. Take a breath. Shake it off. Maybe even laugh a little at it. Like literally a 30-second dance party, you know? Because let's get real. Some of the stuff that stresses us out is actually a little ridiculous when we think about it later. But in that moment, it is not ridiculous. In that moment, it feels real and daunting. And that's okay. We are allowed to feel it. We're allowed to be annoyed. We're allowed to have an off day. But we don't have to stay there. That's the difference. Because life is always going to have those moments. Things are not going to be as planned, and things are not always going to line up. And sometimes life is just inconvenient. That part, we can't avoid it. But letting it take over everything, that part, we can shift. And sometimes the shift is simple. Reminding ourselves, this is just a moment. This is just 1 minute. We're going to get through this. It's just 1 minute. It's not my whole day. And it's not my whole life. It's just a moment. And moments pass. So if today has been one of those days, or if your week has been one of those weeks where everything feels slightly off and nothing is going how you planned, maybe you're like, what is happening? Maybe you've even questioned yourself, like, what is wrong with me? Like, why can't I get in the groove today? Take a breath. Reset. And don't let a moment turn into your whole mindset. Because, yeah, life be lifing. But you don't have to let it ruin everything. So, today's episode was a little bit short, but if we're going to be honest, it doesn't take a whole length of time to run our day. Sometimes it really is just a short moment that runs our day. But sometimes it's also a little short reminder that tells us, girl, you've still got this. So take those little life moments, that spilled coffee, clean it up, and move on with your day. Get you a fresh cup, go sit down, reset. And one thing that I want to remind us ladies, us moms, us women, is that if we can have an off day and let it get to us, then we have to remember that others can have an off day as well. Even my kids, they know. They can tell me, I don't know what's wrong. I just having a bad day. Because you know what? No truer words have ever been spoken. Because we don't always know what's wrong. We're just having an off day. And if we're going to teach our kids, okay, let's sit down, take a breath, reset. It's okay. It's not a big deal. Let's think this through. Then we've got to be able to do that for ourselves too. Because if we can help our kids not lose their joy and their focus and have some small moment ruin their whole day, then we have to be able to practice that same thing as well. You don't have to know what's wrong. It's just life be laughing. Alrighty. And I don't usually do announcements at the end of videos, but I am going to announce something today because this is a really big week. Friday, we will do a pre-recorded freestyle Friday because Friday is Good Friday. I debated on whether taking the day off in observance of Good Friday because I feel like this is a very important week that gets overshadowed by, the Easter Bunny and Reese's eggs. Sorry, I had a moment there. I love Reese's eggs, but I did decide to go ahead and do a pre-recorded Freestyle Friday, and it'll be a lot shorter. But I want you guys to enjoy time with your family. Remember what this week is about. And on Friday, our study companion is going to be released for what is usually our Sunday's Pause and Grace episode. But this week, I'm going to do it on Saturday because I know that a lot of people who don't usually go to church on Sunday will go to church on Easter Sunday. So I'm going to get our Pause and Grace scheduled for Saturday. Our study companions are going to be released on Friday. And this is going to be a little bit longer of an episode. And to me, it's a very important topic. I actually do this with my kiddo every year in homeschool. Around Easter time, we go through, during our Bible lesson, we go through the 7 days because a lot can happen in 7 days. A lot can happen in 3, but a lot can happen in 7. And I don't think a lot of people focus on the week leading up to Easter Sunday. And it's just as important also knowing what happened afterwards, what changed. And that's important to me. So this week is going to be a little bit different. And I just want to encourage everybody, enjoy your family. Take a moment to pause. Give yourself a break. Let God be there with you this weekend. But love to all of you guys. And I will see you guys next time.
There's a